Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Thursday again. And thank you so much for everyone Thank you so much to everyone who was here earlier today when we were creating a character in the Worlds Without Number system. Right now we are, however, going to be playing in the D&D and it is time for Candlekeep Mysteries. But before that we are going to be doing the obligatory rundown of stuff. The music you're listening to right now is by Adrian von Ziegler. You can find out more about his stuff if you type in !music2 in the chat, or check out the about section of this channel or in the description box when this goes up on YouTube. Sound effects, which I once again have completely forgotten to load, will be by Sirenscape. And the music during the game is going to be by John Theodore, a new music creator I've recently found. And you can find out his stuff if you type in !John T in the chat. The maps starting soon screen and the overlay were made by me in Incarnate, and the VTT we are using is above VTT. And last but not least, like Lillith has done, you can type in !perks in the chat to see what you can use your channel points for to help or hinder the party. For example, you can redeem a hero point that can completely stabilize someone on death saves, re-roll a roll even finding out the results, or petition the GM for shenanigans. There's also a secret menu item. Yesterday's was a bag of holding. I'm not going to tell you what today's is because it's a secret.
I we could redeem it.
So in the past, the secret menu item has turned out to be a flame puppy, and it was something else as well that I gave that party. Yeah, the nightmare.
Yes.
The horse.
Obsidian horse.
Yes, a figurine of power.
Yeah.
Which is an obsidian horse.
Peter, the horse is
Which
here.
Stan did not get, nor use.
Have to have a way to use it. It's not like you hear horse.
But do you know what's scarier than a lion? A lion on a horse.
A
Nope,
flaming
you're not.
horse.
Because
You're not
only
getting
way
my
you
horse.
escape
You
from
are
a
not
lion
getting my horse.
is by outrunning it. Lions are short distance, like power type hunters, so you need to be able to outrun them. But using a horse,
No,
even if you manage to outrun the horse, at that point you'll be so tired that the lion can easily catch up.
What you do is you have a leonin riding a lion.
Better, but lions aren't mounts. I'm pretty sure you can invoke something here.
You
I'm
can ride dire wolves.
Lion, you'll need a larger lion. A normal lion is a large beast, that's surprising.
You have
Also-
a crystal harpoon. He has
Yeah,
a belt. Let Siri have a horse.
So, do you remember that
This is the wrong book.
big lion that you saw all the way in the second village?
I think you can ride one.
Yes,
The one
that one.
purpose, maybe?
Yes, I want that lion. As a mount.
Start worshipping purpose then.
Oh, fuck that, I want a living one, not a mechanical one.
Arcana
maybe you should
never
take
said
it
it
as
was
your next-
alive.
Maybe we should take that as a next challenge to Irwas.
Yes, I'll conquer the
Tame a
lion.
lion.
Tame a lion.
Tame one of those lions.
Yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could take it one-on-one. At this point, level 4, yeah, I could take him.
Let me double check that real quick. Because
I'm pretty sure it wasn't actually that strong. Fleece Mane is what's called, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or something
it's a
like
fleece mania.
Fleece Mane, the eye.
Fleece
lion.
main lions. No, it's just a challenge 3.
Yeah, I could take that. Like, I have more health than it. I have a higher armor class than it.
But this one has legendary actions.
Yeah, so it only means it has... In a 1-on-1 situation, it only has one more attack than me.
Each turn.
So, pretty... Yeah, one more... Like, I have 2 attacks. He has 3 attacks with his legendary action.
Why did you hop to each of...
So,
Hop,
yeah,
piss off. No, fleece main.
I also have resistance to its attacks. All in all, I could take this. In a
Probably.
1-on-1, I have the advantage.
Yeah. I also
Yeah,
think that
actually.
you're like a size category smaller, so you could technically occupy the same space.
I
Let
think you
me-
need to be 2 sizes smaller for that.
Is it
Oh
2?
no, my mind went somewhere
It's 2.
wrong.
Like a smaller
Yeah,
creature
it
or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
might
shape
be-
of a large creature.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
a
yeah.
medium. However, I can definitely use a creature that's 1 size larger than me as a mount.
Yes.
So, tame
Why?
it, get it as a mount, and then we go hunting.
Okay, for some reason, when I scroll down to watch or look at the stats for the fleece main, it hops to Eater of Hope, and you're not getting that as a mount.
I'm getting a what?
A Eater of Hope. Or a
Eater of
Nightmare.
Hope?
Or a Nightmare Shepherd. You're not getting those.
I'm not even sure the hell it might have been. Either, or what did you say?
Yeah, it eats hope.
Ether. Ah, like that. Ah, okay. I was horribly hearing it wrong.
Even though it is a large creature, so you could technically use it as a mount, but it can't fly if you
I
do.
mean, it would be a very weird mount. I'm also pretty sure this does actually look like something you could find in towers.
They are.
Okay, there we go.
It-
Oh, you're
they-
looking at the book itself.
it's from the book Mythical Odysseys of Theros.
Damn, the thing is a bit. Actually, I mean, this would be a harder fight, especially because it will have especially because of that bread attack.
Yeah.
But
Anywho, this is a
I
tangent.
think I could take it.
This is a tangent, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could take him.
Anyone want to give us a rundown of what happened last time?
So we were leaving the city of Baldur's Gate with the Raven Girl in tow. We went on a path. The weather turned to shit. It became rainy, horrible. So we decided to take some shelter in the woods. Where during the first watch, Alexia got to meet some new friends. The Spores, or as I prefer to call them, Steven. So we met the little Stevens, we met the big Stevens, not the raccoons, but the mushroom ones, because the raccoons are also
Myconite.
named Steven, for some reason.
AKA
Yeah,
the Myconite.
So we went there.
Yeah.
Talked to them. They're nice. Nothing wrong, though. We did not promise to help them because that's like trouble. We already have the Raven Girl to deal with. Then we went on a path. The Raven Girl got a bit, how do you call it, agitated.
Panicked.
So, Sai, being the psionic infused one, decided to open some telepathy to ask the Raven Girl what's going on. And the Raven Girl kindly noticed us of some gnolls, the dogs, which we found, we ambushed, we killed. That's where we
Somehow
left
I
off.
was sneaky.
Yeah.
Somehow with disadvantage I got sneaky.
Yep, the big ass Goliath managed to be sneaky.
And poor Silas didn't get a single kill. Except
Oh
one.
yeah.
You're
You-
the
you
healer, you're not
stole my
supposed to kill to
kill.
begin with.
It was. It
Oh,
was
wait, you did
one
actually-
attack.
You did kill something.
He did kill one of the bone dogs.
Honestly, what is it with you life clerics? Like, I am giving you life, but I will most definitely take it from others.
It's a fair exchange, I feel.
Yes.
I mean, that is the thing with life
Yeah.
clerics. They decide who gets to live and who gets to unalive.
Yeah.
Or just ask someone to sit and accidentally kill them.
I really want to have, like, at some point stage a discussion between a life cleric and a clerical Loviatar. Just for kicks.
Levia.
Loviatar is the mistress of pain. Just for
That
kicks.
isn't it a wow goddess?
No, I think you're thinking about Lilith. The Spider Queen.
Oh right, yeah. This is the.
Loviatar is
I'm saying she looks pretty
the...
good, if not for those piercings.
She is the...
Maiden of Pain.
Yep.
Is her name.
and
Powerful
she-
evil, domains is dead.
I think she is hooking up with Bane.
Hmm?
The
Yeah,
god
she
of
is
murder.
The servant of pain.
Well,
Oh,
they seem to go very closely in hand.
Yeah.
Pain,
So it's-
murder, same thing. Almost.
It's Bane, Baal, and Merkel who are the death gods. Loviatar is the maiden of pain, and then there's one more. Shar, who is the goddess of darkness and the void.
sure. My first character happened to be a cleric of Saloon.
Oh, that was fun, I bet.
Oh yeah, like everything Shar and Shar related is like, no, fuck that shit, you're dead. Like he was normally very kind, but there were a few things where he just went like, okay, time for a purge. Nothing is leaving alive and burning everything to the ground.
And the Shadowfell is the home of Shar, which will be heading to next.
So I prefer to
Yay.
think of the Shadowfell as the home of the Raven Queen. Like, not
Yeah.
Shar.
Well, the Raven Queen also lives there.
Yeah.
Shar is
like
the
the
one who
Raven Queen more than I like
created
Shar.
it, but
The Raven Queen rules it, even if Shar created it.
but only by the grace of Shar.
That's what she thinks.
True. Very true. There are so many domains there, and I don't
Yep.
think that Shar has any idea what's going on in Ravenloft, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Nor does she care.
What's with those lights? Is that people's cursors on the map?
I have no clue what it is.
Lights?
Yeah, we have little spots on the map. Things
Yeah,
move.
it's moving around.
I think it's people's cursors, like mine circling Sai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see this one circling this lion?
Yeah.
Okay, that's mine.
Okay.
And it's players.
Cool.
When they move the map or like probably to know where you point.
That's convenient.
I have no... Oh! Those little dots. Nice. They must be new. I haven't checked the updates in a while. But anyway. As you find yourselves standing in the middle of the road among the rapidly decaying remains of withering gnolls and alive gnolls, I will be changing up the music slightly.
Do it.
Where are you? There you are. To a
So
more
Alexia-
cheerful tune.
So Alexia, in your mind you will hear Sai's voice. Well, I do think that will be all of that is all of them. Oh, tell me, how is the Raven Girl? Even if she's linked up.
She opens her bag slightly to see if Haluti is okay.
I did.
Yeah, she looks a little bit ruffled. There are feathers sticking out in places where they normally wouldn't. Not too happy about being unceremoniously dumped into a backpack, but also very happy not having to fight gnolls.
I'm very sorry, and she picks her up and tries to get her feathers back, and she's like, she's fine, Sai, a little ruffled, but she's safe.
Should have actually just let it go up in the sky.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
She turns to you, Saya. You see one black feather just stick straight up on her head. Just bag was dark and smelled funny, like glue.
Well,
I'm
don't you
very
worry, you won't
sorry.
have to go back in there again.
I'm gonna start looting the bodies.
You can see Silas on his knees, kind of like disappointed. It's like, why?
Disappointed!
And
And he's like, liar, please give me more. I want to fight more. Give me
That's-
something to
Sorry,
punch.
Silas. I'm really sorry.
It's fine.
What are you
I
crying
can't-
for? We are
I can't have all-
victorious!
We can't have all the glory, I guess.
And Sai will hear in his head, like, I think it's because I accidentally killed the thing that he was planning to kill.
Why? Why would he be sad about that? Isn't it good for the enemies to die quickly so they can hurt us less?
I think it's more that he is the one who wants to end their life circle.
That's...
Yeah, I wouldn't be hearing this, so.
No.
Yes,
I just
um,
wanted-
that does not sound healthy.
No, not really. But I guess it's his way of life?
Silas, you would see a raven land next to you and then do that whole bird walking, kind of not hopping forward, but just walking, looking from you down to the dead knoll and then back. That feather is still sticking up, like, out of its head.
I'm like looking at it, and I kind of cut off a bit from the knoll,
Yeah.
like a bit of meat, like yeah, and just hand it over.
She looks at you and then the piece of knoll
Yeah.
and just pecks at it for a while and then just... You could almost swear, just shrugging and then just knocking it back.
Mm,
Yes.
not so tasty, I guess.
Mm.
And he's like, kind of looking at the knoll that is laying there, and he just kind of punches it in the face and just says, "Why did you die so fast? Give me a challenge at least."
I would just go at any lootable material like rusted sword or armor I can carry. I just yoink it.
You please give me an investigation check.
Hey, at least what I'm good at. Oh shit. Give me a moment. Because the system hates when I try to do something smart. You said investigation. Let's
Yes.
see. Investigation. Yeah, that's a 21. 21?
You do find the one closest to you is wearing some kind of stitched together... You would probably guess they were going for scale mail, maybe? It's just random bits of metal that has been stitched together with leather straps.
Oh, scrap metal. Nice.
Yeah, and there are also several coins and things in their manes. All of them have been punctured and like threaded, and each of them is holding a spear. Well, not holding anymore, but were holding
A
spears.
spear. Oh wow. How
Yeah.
much I get? Or like...
They're not well-made spears. They are rusty and blunt, and you could probably... It would probably do more damage with tetanus than actually the spear tip.
Fun fact, I wanted to ask that if I loot any of their spells, can I do tetanus damage over time?
You can use those as raw materials for.
Yeah, crafting,
Stuff.
that's what I want.
Yeah.
So, scammer and spears.
It's like half a scale mail combined.
I want to add a one scammer and 3 spears, or how much spears?
So the regular gnolls were wearing. Why am I clicking here and not just checking the dead things on the ground? I am dumb. So the undead gnolls had spiky makeshift clubs made out of like bone and then spikes coming out of metal spikes, just that seemed to be infused with the bone of one arm.
Oh, nice. Yoink! I just break it off if it's their arm. If not, then something
Yeah.
I do. But yeah.
And so 2 of those clubs, and then
Okay.
the regular gnolls had those makeshift spears made of sharp, rusty, well, dull, rusty tips wrapped to a stick.
How many?
2 of those. And then
And-
the big boy gnoll had a rusty, blood-stained short sword.
And they scammer off.
Yeah. So basically, combined over all of them, you could probably, with some work, make one full scale mail out of the bits if you wanted to. But they are sharp and they're very hard to work with and rusty.
Hey, scrap material for me. I'm a blacksmith.
Yes.
I need them. I need. You just happily be like picking up all those at like.
Ever actually
scrap.
make anything as a blacksmith?
Technically, I can forge anything if I am in a forge.
Yeah, just
I mean,
you have to go and pick up some tools.
I have blacksmith tools.
Not proficiency, but actual tools.
I have
Oh, like
them.
can
Plus,
you
plus
Yeah.
artificers can
use them
make.
as long as you have fire?
Artificers can make their own.
Yeah, make,
tools.
but I also have smithing tools because I still have them with me.
Smith tools. Can you just use them if you
Yeah, I
have
can.
fire?
I'm proficient
Yeah.
and I can use them.
So the overpowered bit with artificers is, as long as they have thieves' tools, they can make tools and then they are proficient with those tools.
Any artisan tools, not
Yeah.
just these tools. Any artisan. That's why I have a like Redcon jeweler's tools. That's why I picked it up because I need that to activate that passive that pull for the right
Yeah.
job. So I can craft any tool I want. I won't be proficient in them, but
Yeah.
I can have any tool.
Yeah.
I just need 1 hour to make them.
You need either thieves tools or artisan tools. I have tools on me.
You
So-
should, you're a rogue.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have them. I have used them.
Yes. So yeah,
So people know.
anyone else wanting to go over the gnolls, or are you ready to
Well, this
Continue.
camp here.
Yeah. What's with that?
You find the remnants of a campsite. It is very clear that the gnolls have torn this campsite apart, including the people who were camping.
Ouch. So wait, that's where the weapons came.
No, the weapons were with the gnolls, but and while you can find some skeletal remains and the stuff the people left behind, there's not a lot of people left. They have been dragged away or eaten.
Most likely, they are gnolls.
Can I take after that a quick look?
Yep.
Just like a half see another investigation?
Yep.
Alright. Please gods. That's a 14.
It is a mess. Anything useful that could be made into anything has been carried away, but you do manage to find a bedroll that is relatively unhurt. And,
You know what? I need that.
And you also find some rations that have been hidden away in a bag that the gnolls didn't have time to get through.
Oh, for how long?
It's about 2 days worth of rations left.
2 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
You also find a bag of, let's see how many. 6 gold pieces and 2 silver pieces.
Oh, nice.
Everything else has been torn to bits.
Yeah, that's okay.
Finding anything useful over here?
Well, a scrapped bedroll and a bit of money.
Alexia will just pray for the poor souls who met their terrible end here.
Should we? Alexia, is that a thing? Should we like bury them or something? Do we have
There's
to? Do we
not
need to?
left,
Should we
my
do
boy.
that?
There's not much we can do here, sadly.
I mean, I can obviously see a skeleton over there.
She just looks at it. It looks like it's partly eaten up, right?
Yeah,
And most likely some animals will find it.
yeah.
Well, part of nature. I mean, like when you dig it down, the animals can't find it either.
All right. Well, I trust your guidance. You're the expert in this area. I'm just learning.
You do know I haven't been outside of the temple, right?
No.
So the best thing to do right now is, if there were bodies, burn them. If not, leave it.
Yeah. They're right. Come
Alright.
from. We just let the body be frozen over and have like an ice coffin.
Yeah, sure. I don't really mind. Unless they don't have any tools or anything we need, I think we should just
There's not much
move
here.
on.
Best is all go back.
Yeah. Let's just keep on going.
Alright. Let's go then.
Is Halut still picking on the bodies?
No, she had that first taste and then just went, no, the lol is not tasty.
Halute,
Halute,
dear,
come on.
come to me.
She's just, oh,
I have something I wish to speak with you about. If you would please.
okay. She hops up, flies over to you and sits down on your shoulder and just, hi.
Hello. Now, my dear, tell me, how good are your eyes?
I can see things. I can see things.
Why? I'm
How
questioning
good
her
are
on the
your
eyesight.
eyes?
I mean, if you reference yesterday, that is very weird. But she'll just say, well, I can see things better now than when I was a princess.
Very good. You see, I myself have some trouble seeing that when it gets dark. So I was hoping you could use your eyes to see for me.
This is GM checking if ravens actually have dark vision in D&D.
They better fucking well have.
Don't think
We
so.
also just got a raid.
Yep, we did. Hello. They don't. I'm gonna say that's bullshit, and they can see in the dark. And hello, raiders. Welcome on in. I hope you had an amazing stream.
They don't.
Okay, they don't, but Adana allowed it.
Yeah.
He mentioned.
Because that's bullshit, and I do believe that ravens who, well, corvids, as far as I know, hunted dusk and dawn. Not being able to see in that light is bullshit.
Mhm.
It's the same with cats. Cats don't have dark vision, apparently.
What the fuck?
Well,
And I'm pretty sure cats can run quite well inside pure darkness when you're in an apartment.
well,
Without
it's not pure darkness. They have very good light sensitivity. Cats cannot see in like underground tunnels. They have to have some form of light source. But
I still
call it
They have dark
bullshit
vision.
because
But
you know.
that's what dark vision is. Even with the smallest light source,
Yeah.
you can see.
Yep.
But okay. So like normal standard dark vision for Raven Girl,
Yeah.
perfect. As long as she can warn me of things in the dark, I am happy at this moment.
And that is completely fine. I am doing well, and I hope you had a great time playing Hogwarts Legacy. And thank you so much for bringing your people over. I appreciate it a lot. Take good care. I am, for some reason, my brain just went. We do not comprehend the English language.
Nope.
The English is Lahar.
Oh, you're
Yes.
telling me.
But yes. So, Raven Girl will be able to at least warn you at night that bad things might happen.
Nice.
Perfect, thank you.
Because it's bullshit that it don't have dark vision.
Yeah, let's roll out. I think at this point we still are 2 days away from Candlekeep.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
The rest of the day moves relatively uneventful. From time to time, a cart will pass you. This is a trafficked road between, well, everything south of Candlekeep up to Baldur's Gate. So it's not unusual to see people coming and going along the road.
Mhm.
You see more and more people start gathering the closer you get to Candlekeep. And by the time you crest that last hill looking down over... Sorry? The
Yes?
bridge, the land bridge over to the library, you can see a huge line of people.
Oh no.
Shit. Wait, don't we have free come and go because we did a task for Bookworm?
Yes.
So let's just head in.
It is a bit... The land bridge over is crowded. So even though the Avowed will let you in, no problem, you still have to contend with the crowd. So getting through is... yeah.
Silas is just gonna stand behind, like, in the queue.
Mhm.
He's gonna take a deep breath, and he's gonna just yell as loud as he can, "Move!"
Please roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, that was almost nat 20.
How much?
Oh, with the 17, you still have a bunch of people just jumping out of their skin. You can see several of them just turning around. One person is like halfway drawing a sword. And just... yeah, you scared a good bunch of people. They just... first they look at is you, this half-orc that just yelled at them, and then they look over to Énárz, because Goliath, and a good head taller than everyone else,
Or 2 because I'm 2.5 feet. 2.5 meters, so like
Yeah,
that's around 8 or 9 feet tall.
yeah.
With
So
a bear height just covering all of him.
they're like, okay, half orc, Goliath, cleric, and
Cry in letters with elven cloak.
yes, it's like okay,
The two normal people in the group.
Yes.
and
Basically, what I do is like just turn back to the others again, and I say, "Follow me."
and yeah,
Basically, just move and push everyone to the side.
people try to get out of the way. It's very, very crowded, so it's still very tight to get through, but no one is actively standing in your way if they can help it.
Yeah.
So,
I'll help them to the side.
Gently. Just stay behind him. Gently.
Yeah.
and
Lift them up and throw them over the bridge. No,
Yeet!
no, not that bad.
you eventually manage to get through the gate into the court of air, and from the hustle and the narrow path you managed to make into the sudden freedom of movement that is the court of air, it's not being shuffled back and forth. It's a remarkable change of pace after nearly half an hour shuffling your way through this crowd.
Yeah.
Any one of you have a passive perception above 15?
Most definitely, I have 17.
No, 13.
9.
14.
Sai, you're the first one to notice. Bookworm is standing in a corner over here. So let me ping.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to an elderly man wearing a very nice robe.
Can I make out what they are talking?
Give me a perception check. The DC is gonna be very high.
Ah! But I have expertise and
Yes,
psionic
weighted
power.
die.
And weighted die and side eye. But no.
And
Never
still
mind.
died. That rhymed.
The weighted die betrays you.
As
So
always.
I left my weighted die in my E2 pocket. Need a moment to go and find where I left the code.
The lion's coat? That's turned morbid for a
But
second.
you know what? I am going to roll it anyway, even if nothing.
Yeah.
Even if it won't work. This is 6.
You
So that's a
just,
total of 15.
You just passed. Because the DC was 15.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So that's 1 psionic die used
Yes.
until my next long rest.
Hopefully it comes soon.
You managed to make out that they are talking about a strange plague spreading
Mm-hmm.
from a distant area of forest. And it seems that people get sick and die very quickly. So the incubation time is very short.
We're
It's-
talking about a plague that came from a forest.
Yes.
There we go, main plot line right there. Okay. People get sick very fast.
Yeah. The incubation time is just a few days. From showing
That's
symptoms to
not-
dead.
That's not actually a very good plague.
No, it's not. Which
Deadly,
is...
but not good.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so quarantine the fucking place and everything fine. Should be. But yeah.
Coronavirus?
I'm pretty sure that Sai came to the Candlekeep not because of the Actually, what was his original reason for getting
You wanted to talk to Matrius about. I think you would. What did you say?
Do I have that down? Why do I not?
Yeah, you wrote. No, you wrote it down for somewhere.
Yeah,
'Cause I've read
I
it.
wrote down he seeks knowledge and ancient books.
Yes,
Matthias is an expert on such matters, so
exactly.
that's why I'm here.
Yeah, and now Matrius is dead, so they're trying to find someone else that can help you.
Hmm.
Alexia was the one who came looking for a cure for a plague.
Yeah, but Sai, honestly, he does not care about the plague. Though he will walk up to Bookworm and loudly. Yeah, he will loudly proclaim, "Bookworm, I have found your books." Interrupting any conversation, as that's just social things he doesn't understand.
We found your books.
Oh,
Excuse me, what?
We.
Well, yes, that's
Big difference between I and we.
it doesn't matter.
You just hear a loud jingle, like a deep jingle behind him, like as I just.
oh. Now I'm trying to. Now I have to remember Bookworm's voice again. Which? Oh, the books that.
Mimic books.
Yeah, the mimic
Place
books.
them.
Yes, those ones. You actually found them, and you managed to
Yes.
retrieve them. I am delighted to hear that. I'm pretty sure that's not her voice, but we are rolling with it. I do believe I owe you something for them. If you would follow me, I'll take them to our archivist immediately.
Perfect. I also have something to talk about with him.
Also,
See, I happened to stumble across some ancient books speaking about the Abyssal Wars.
Do you see Bookworm's eyes just fix you from the corner of her eye? Her eye.
Yeah.
She's a dragonborn.
Yeah. I know that Josh the Pirate runs Bookworm as a male dragonborn, so I get confused if I did that as well, or if it's a female dragonborn.
It's a female dragonborn.
Yeah. So she looks at you from the out of the corner of her eye, and just, ancient abyssal, you say?
Oh yes.
That is something we would probably be very interested in.
That's
Actually-
what I thought.
Would you? Yes, please, absolutely, follow me. All of you can follow me if you are so inclined. And she leads
Yeah.
you over to, I do believe, this area right here.
As we walk in there, I'm kind of like pointing towards the gate and looking at Bookworm and say, "What's with the crowd?"
Oh, we have had a mass of people wanting to come and seek knowledge within our walls, especially concerning the influx of fiends around Baldur's Gate. There's also talks of, there are actually rumors, I have no idea if they're actually true, that the city of Elturel is under siege.
On the siege?
Yes.
Fiends?
Yes. That's what people keep telling me. I have no idea if it's actually true or not. We have not heard.
As we go, I quickly send in her mind a message that
There we go.
our little deal with the gem, let's keep it between us and secret in front of them.
Absolutely. She replies in your head.
Oh.
We haven't been able to get any more information than that, and
Well, we did come across a few fiends on the way to Baldur's Gate. Even met this rather polite Arcana Lord.
what?
Oh, I said we met this Arcana Lord on the way to Baldur's Gate.
And you
Yeah,
managed to survive this encounter?
They kidnapped us in the middle of the night.
Well, yes, my friend over here, he's not that smart that has a big body. He kept an axe to his throat. After that, we had a nice conversation.
And after I yanked him in the cart.
Bookworm just looks at you like you just grew a second head, and is
At me or?
I am so very happy that you managed to survive an encounter with these fiends. Although they are one of the more reasonable types, they are still fiends, and have no concern for anyone except themselves.
That's
Well, that's
why,
probably
if
why-
you happen to deal with fiends, it is better to deal with the devils. At least in that case, you can expect a conversation.
That is, in fact, true, yes. The devils do, while they are uncanny beings with selfish interests, if you can pique those interests, they usually are very reasonable, and while I wouldn't recommend making deals with them, they will always find some form of loophole to make life worse for you. I would rather deal with a devil than a demon.
But yeah, he did tell us some interesting things. Apparently his associates have been getting more active in Baldur's Gate.
That is interesting to know, yes. I wonder why, though.
On our way there, we did hear some weird rumors about this. What's her name again? Zariel.
The Archdevil?
Yes, apparently there is some kind of cult or people worshipping that. They said she herself was in Baldur's Gate. Pure mollywog.
Well, if the Archdevil herself was in Baldur's Gate, there would be a lot more of an uproar.
Why, there wouldn't be a Baldur's Gate left?
Indeed, the Blood War would probably spill over to our plane if one of the warlords of the Nine Hells managed to get into the material plane.
Exactly, so it's most likely just some cult doing things like that.
Let's hope that's all there is. Oh, I would hate for anything to happen to Baldur's Gate, or heavens forbid at Candlekeep.
Oh yes, this is a great vast area of knowledge. Anything that would happen to it.
Although,
Cannot.
one can only hope that should something happen, at least the Arcanalots would keep the knowledge safe.
But in that case, they would keep it hidden away.
Yes.
That's only.
This is also true. Speaking of knowledge, here we are, and she shows you into the... this is me getting the actual name of the actual place before I say something I shouldn't. Candlekeep locations. So, the House of the Binder. Which is... The House of the Binder is... There. If you would allow us to look over these books, I will assure you that you will get 3 copies of each, should you want to leave the originals in our care.
Yes, that would be agreeable.
Absolutely.
Speaking about the originals, this last few days it seems something going with my mind. I keep forgetting things. But at the location as to where I found these books, there were a few more left, though they were a bit old and not in travel condition, so to say. I do not know if any of them can still be salvaged. Worth a try.
Absolutely. If you're saying there are more ancient texts about in Abyssal, about the Abyssal layers, then we would absolutely be interested in if you can point out the location on a map or give us a map of roughly the area. I will make sure that a group of Avowed travel there immediately to see what we can save.
So whilst I do not yet have calligraphy tools proficiency, I should be able to draw a decent map.
Yeah.
I'm actually proficient in navigation tools, so I can.
Navigation tools
Not
would
sure-
be more
not
like
sure it will
reading
help.
maps and getting somewhere, while calligraphy is literally just. Oh wait, it's
Drawing.
cartographer
Just
tools that
handwriting.
make maps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calligraphers is.
Cartographer make maps, navigator read maps.
Yeah. So yeah,
kind of,
I should still be
it's
able to
mixed.
make a decent map of the area.
Yeah, it's not very difficult to find. It's
No.
basically you follow the road, and then before you get to the Cloakwood, there's a ruin. Or
Yeah.
near the
Yes.
Cloakwood, there's a
Yeah.
ruin. So it's not that difficult to find. The difficulty is going to be to get that big boulder out of the
Way.
out of the way.
Levitation spell.
Yeah.
The
Or
Avowed
several.
should be able to use magic.
Yeah, the Avowed can use
Yeah.
magic. Most of them are wizards of some
but it-
sort.
Yeah, 2 levitation spells and it's done. Like,
I assume we're getting compensated
Oh,
for this information and for these books as well.
all the compensation for the Abyssal books will be 3 copies of each, should you wish to have them.
Well, he wants 3 copies, but I don't really want books in Abyssal. I can't read it.
Oh, that's
But
a
I'm sure
shame.
they can
assume
translate
We're
for you
all
if you want.
getting something out of this.
Well, I would have to discuss with the others, but it would depend on, the state of the books and like how many we can salvage and such, and so on. But I would say that for each that we managed, plus the ones that you brought, I would say that a compensation of 100 gold pieces per book wouldn't be out of this world. For your whole group, that is, of course.
of
So
course.
split on 4 or per
In 4.
person.
Split between you, of course. Unfortunately, we do not have astronomical amounts of money to compensate people with.
That is understandable. Knowledge is most important.
Oh, I definitely agree on that point. Absolutely.
Let's say 120.
Split on 4. Give me a persuasion check.
Technically speaking, split 5.
Can I
Part
help
of it
him?
going into the group front.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I help him out with that? I say that I rather take copies of the
20?
book than taking the gold.
I
So
mean,
I rather have copies too. And I don't need money.
with a 20, you see her scratch the scales under her chin, and then. So you would also want to have copies, and then. Well, that would be.
Rather copies
Yes.
than money.
I believe that could be adequate. Yes. for safeguarding ancient tomes for the Candlekeep, absolutely. Unfortunately, I cannot pay you right now. It would have to wait until we know how many of these tomes we managed to save. Of course, in addition to the ones you have brought in, and I do believe that I owe you 200 gold pieces for the retrieval of the books that I sent you to save.
Yes.
I just slightly give her a knowing wink.
There's something wrong with your eye, Énárz.
A bit of dust. You know, pretty high. Mountain air.
But
yes.
So 120, yes.
120 per salvage book, yes. Plus the 200 for returning the books that we sent you out to retrieve.
Sounds good.
But yes, the 120 per book will have to wait until we know just how many books we managed to salvage.
Sure.
Very well. Then now that that horrible business is over, we would like to know where we can find more information about the Shadowfell. And did we actually get a name of the specific domain of dread?
The domain of dread is called the Witch Way.
Which way?
And information about the Witch Way.
The Shadowfell. Well, far from me to question where people are going, but why on all the planes would you visit the Shadowfell?
Oh well, the Raven girl over here has asked us to do so. And he gestures to the Raven on his shoulder.
Bookworm just gives you one of those really slow blinks, like, okay. I'm not gonna question it. I work in an arcane library after all.
With a worm underground. So a
Very well,
ghostly worm.
magic of any kind.
Yes. So she just gives you a very slow blink, and then you see, like, acceptance. Like, not questioning this. It's probably magic.
As it well should be.
Exactly, magic, to be honest.
Yeah. And, well, we do have a portion of our library dedicated to at least the public knowledge of the Shadowfell itself. And although I would have to see if we have information about that specific domain, it might take a while to see.
Mm-hmm.
But no longer than perhaps tomorrow, maybe 2 hours after sunrise.
I mean, that doesn't
That's
sound too
perfectly
bad.
fine. Choice.
You might also check, since we're anyway going that direction, if you have anything we need to do while at it. No.
Oh yes,
Pretty crafty.
shooting two birds with one stone, as they say.
As far as I know, we do not have any need for people traveling through the domains of dread. But as always, should you find anything of interest, any written works that are not torn apart or anything like that, or any information that you can write down and bring us, we are always interested. But as far as I know, we do not have any specific needs. I mean, I personally would love to get my hands on the library of Count Strad von Zarovich, but I am not about to send someone into a vampire's lair.
You know what?
Are
Whilst we're
vampires
there, anyway.
dangerous?
Hmm?
Are vampires dangerous?
Oh, this one is the original vampire, the first of them.
And
First,
are they
are
dangerous?
always dangerous things.
Vampires are incredibly dangerous, especially the vampire lords.
How dangerous? Are we talking like a
You
dire
need
wolf
silver
dangerous? Or are we
weapons.
talking like
They have dire wolves as pets.
okay? So dire wolf owner kind of dangerous.
Yes.
You need silver weapons to defeat them. We don't have any silver weapons.
Why would you need silver to kill a vampire?
Oh, because they are basically immune to anything except silver or radiant damage.
I think I actually got that covered.
You actually do have silver.
Hmm.
Radiant.
The very big danger with vampire lords, and particularly this one, is that one bite can make you their thrall.
That is quite dangerous, yes.
So one hit and you are dead.
Oh,
And I believe they are tricky.
not necessarily a hit, but should they decide to bite you, you might become a vampire spawn, bound to do their will for the rest of your immortal life.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound fun at all. I'd rather keep my freedom.
And that is if they just don't outright kill you.
Do you know how much it takes to silver a weapon?
Well, the alloy, as far as I know, is very expensive. It takes several days of work to apply for it to stay on.
Would I know how to do that, by the way? Because
No.
I'm a blacksmith. No.
No. It is extremely rare.
Oh, yeah, then. Oh, sure, I wouldn't.
Anyone with proficiency in history can make a check if you want about
no.
silvered weapons.
Nah, I'm not proficient in that.
You know, Sai, you know that there are some people who use silvered weapons. None really come to mind, other than the vague people who hunt werewolves or lycanthropes. There is a notion in your mind that there's more to it, but with a 12 you can't really think of it.
Do you know anyone who would do such a thing? Nearby.
Unfortunately, no. I personally have no reason to go looking for weapons. Normally...
I guess most of you guys don't really. I'm not really a library person normally. So, I mean, I'm kind of out in the woods here, and you're probably out in the woods when you're on the battlefield. But...
Yeah, normally, contrary to recent events, the books usually don't fight us.
Yeah. I had reasons to not read a lot of books before. Now I only have more.
That is a very unfortunate that would happen, but you are welcome to our public section. The books usually don't actually attack in our public section. We do have some books that are locked away for everyone else's protection, but
Okay.
in the public section, the books are normally safe.
Can I play Viskugga with using my mage hand to like lift a book up and like make like a biting motion with it, like opening toward his face?
So a mage hand is a visible.
Yeah, but
Some-
behind the book, like you know, yeah, that toward Viskugga. Of course, sounded.
What kind of book?
I have my journal technically, which is a pretty big book. So the pretty big and scruffed book, just like toward you.
The moment that happens, Silas is gonna try and grab the book and tear it in half.
I quickly like try to put it back with the mage held in time. That's my journal. I'm just trying to lighten the mood up.
I would very much like it if you do not use violence against books near me.
I'm showing violent books what happens.
I mean,
If you
yeah.
break
If you do
my
that.
journal, I will shock you.
Then it's better if you do not use your book as a weapon.
I was
Yeah.
just trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah, my mood around violent books is not the best.
Bookworm just looks from one person to the next. Well, yeah, you mentioned other books, Sai, that you had in your possession that you wanted us to copy for you. The ones you managed to retrieve from...
I am pretty sure I didn't say anything about that, but yes, I do have some extra books.
You did say you took some books and that it was a place.
And that you couldn't salvage everyone. So
Oh yeah,
you
but
did
that's from the same source as the Abyssal books.
Yeah.
I thought Adana was talking about the books I found with.
No. No,
Wow.
she's just like, I am not dealing with that. You had some
Yes,
books you wanted.
Yes. On our way to Baldur's Gate, we came across these ruins just before the
Cloakwood?
fuck, what the wood's called again?
The Cloakwood.
Oh.
Just before the cloak. There's these ruins there, and there was a basement or a cellar or something like that. Currently, it is being blocked by a pretty large rock. That should be a problem. But yeah, if you have a map, I shall draw you the general location.
Oh, absolutely. She looks around, and suddenly a map just pops up from below the table. Looking over, you can see a gnome dressed in pretty similar clothes to Bookworm, just holding a map up.
Perfect.
And she rolls it up over the table.
So I goes and gets his quill.
Yeah.
Passes inked. And then there was a detailed page from it. This is here. And somewhere on the side a small script from, hey, this is how it basically looks like.
Yep.
Here's the X. You have to be there.
Many things.
Whilst we were there, we found some specters, which shadows, some ghosts.
Yes, shadows.
Oh,
We killed those, but with such creatures you are never sure.
this is very true. Yes, I shall tell the group we send out there to be extra careful and look out for shadows, specters, ghosts, or other undead.
Mm-hmm. Also be aware of the fiends.
Oh, yes, of course. I was so focused on actually finding the books that I didn't even think about that. Of course, books written
I understand.
Of course, books written in Abyssal would be interesting to the creatures of the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
On the way here, we actually found part of gnolls as well, undead ones. Not sure if that's an issue that you're kind of worried about. We killed them, but you know.
If the
more
gnolls, are raising witherlings, that is a concern. Yes.
I had no clue what witherlings is, but
It's
sure.
Basically, if when a gnoll dies, there's some rite you can do to get their god's blessing of the bones, and they will rise as undead.
Right.
They're gods? I thought they were made by a demon.
The gnolls, as far as I understand, worship this demon as a god.
Ah, yes.
Because he created the gnolls, and so they worship him as a god. As far as creatures such as gnolls actually have the capacity to think far enough to worship anything beyond their rage and hunger. Oh, but yes, we should probably have to perhaps hire mercenaries or guards to help us as well if there are gnolls on the way. Oh, I do apologize for prattling on. And she turns to Alexia. Was there anything you needed?
Alexia's left when they
Oh.
started talking about demons. She was like, nope.
No, she tries to turn around like, was there not a fourth of you?
Hmm? Oh, Alexia.
Oh yeah, Alexia.
Oh, where did she go?
Well, I
She
was.
might have
Perhaps she was.
she
Perhaps she
doesn't like-
couldn't wait to start researching the main threat.
Maybe. I mean, she doesn't like demons. Maybe that's what.
Hmm? Oh yes, that is true. So we were just talking about that.
Oh, do make sure that you pass on a message and seeing as she's part of your group that of course this compensation is extended to her as well. The invaluable help that you have given Candlekeep. And I shall send notice to the House of Rest that at least for the coming 2 days, your stay and meals are covered by Candlekeep for the absolutely astounding service you have extended to our library. Even if we can only salvage one of these books, it will enrich our library. But now I have been keeping you for far too long. I'm sure you would like to freshen up.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall do my best to find out any information about this domain called Witchway. Or, to be honest, one of the other Avowed will probably do that. I do have other duties I need to attend to. But I shall send someone over with the information we find.
Could you try and send someone to find a way to silver weapons, where to do it, and how much it would be? That
Oh,
would be
absolutely. I shall make sure of that as well. The information will be sent to your lodgings at the House of Rest.
Awesome.
Why? Because I keep forgetting you don't do magic weapon.
I could infuse his weapon.
No, that's what I meant with why the focus on silver? No one uses silver. Never. That's what I meant. But wait a second. +1 weapons aren't magical here. That's why. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Well, that's just my house rule because
Yes,
I think it's dumb.
I know.
But
Which is why Viskugga's focus on
Yeah.
silvered weapons makes more sense.
Well,
I didn't mean to all that.
basically, he said that you need, or she said that you need silvered weapons for vampires, and he was like, "Well, of course I'll silver it. Then it works on everything else, right? Because if it works on them that only needs silver weapon, well, then it should work on
Actually,
everything else."
there are
radiant weapons as well.
a few creatures on which specifically say from silvered or magical weapons.
Yeah.
But mostly, if they are silvered, they don't work on everything.
Well, it's still going to be a very sharp blade. So
Does adamantine
It's
work
not gonna
on
be sharp blade,
vampires?
sure, but it's not going to do anything extra special.
adamantine does not count as silvered.
But it would be magical, wouldn't
Yes. They have magical
So-
properties, so yes.
it? Yes.
So then it would work, technically.
Honestly, the best thing we can do is find some moon touch.
Yeah.
I can create Moontouch weapons.
Yeah.
You can only create. Don't you only have one?
2.
Yes, but he used one for his familiar, and he cannot change that to something else. Did you already use your second? Because
Technically, I
once you
You
get them, you
can-
can switch them out until you
I
get
can
like a level
swap.
up
I
boy.
can swap the magic item.
You
I'm
can
I can't
pick.
pretty
swap it.
sure you can't swap
Yeah,
magic items.
you pick 4 infusions that you know, and then each long rest you can change between these 4.
Yes, but
And you can have
since he
2 at the same
chose
time.
replicate magic item and he chose the spell water tool, he cannot change that to a different magic item. He's stuck with the spell water tool.
Until I, but technically I can dispel it. It disappears.
Yeah, but you cannot
Yeah.
replicate a different magic item. You can choose not to use it, but you cannot switch
Yeah,
it
but-
for Moon Touched or for
Well,
Bag of Holding or whatever.
if you learn a replicate magic item, you can do 4 of those if you want, because they count as 4 different infusions.
Yeah, but like I said, like I'm pretty sure he used his other infusions already.
Yeah, but it changes every
Day. I can choose.
Oh,
every
wait.
long rest. You can change
long rest.
between those
Don't-
4.
The ones you choose to use, like you're doing, you prepare them every long rest. But the infusions themselves don't change, do they?
No, you learn 4 infusions at
That's
level
what
2.
I mean.
Yeah, so you
And
would
for
have.
replicate magic item, he has
You can
learned to
actually
replicate
change.
the.
You can change the infusions you learn as well.
I think, yeah, I talked with Adana. She mentioned that I can swap the magic item I replicate.
Whenever you gain a level in this class, you can replace one of the artificial infusions you learned with a new one.
Yeah, that's when you're on level up. That's something else.
Yeah, so if you learn replicate magic item tattoo, you can also learn replicate magic item.
Yes, you can learn replicate magic item multiple times.
Yes.
But the magic item you choose is locked in.
Yeah. So you would have.
That's what I mean to say.
Yeah.
So until his next level, when he either changes it or something else, he is locked to the familiar tattoo.
Yeah. So one of the infusions is the familiar tattoo. Then
Yeah.
you can have a repeating shot as a thing, which I know you chose, and then you can have like a bag of holding and then one more. Those are the 4 infusions you know, and you can switch each long rest between those 4.
That's not what
Okay.
not what I was meaning to say. I was meaning to say like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any infusions left yet. Moon Touch weapon.
Okay, I'm fixing it right now.
But yeah, when you level up, you can switch that to a moon touch weapon. And
However, in
then-
that case, if familiar ever dies again, you wait how to get it back.
yeah.
Fixed. Okay, fixed everything.
What happened here? Oh, music died. Let's start it again. Up and yep. But yes, Bookworm is turning towards the people currently rifling through the books and are watching them as they set up and start copying these books. And you can see that the copying itself looks not as you would like in modern way of copying. This is just they place a sheet on a board, open the first pages or first fold or whatever you want to call it, and then just start writing exactly 1 page at a time, exactly what it looks like. And
That is how you copy a book.
yeah, but today you would be like, nyeh, nyeh, nyeh.
Oh, there are machines right now where you can literally just go and you laser scan every page.
Yeah.
And just scan it into a digital.
I know Viva Dirt League turned a Artificer Ballista into a copy machine.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that episode.
I really have to look to that stuff. They sound like.
I mean, they're comedians, so of course
Yes,
they're
I
gonna
know.
be.
So I know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, Alexia You do find outside, when you're waiting outside, a gnome dressed in the avowed clothes approaching you, and then, excuse me, miss?
Good evening.
I was sent to give word to you that if you need anything, Bookworm has told us to make sure you get the help you need.
Oh, that is very sweet of you, but I do still have my room, I think, with books I borrow.
Yes, you do. The first reader has also made sure to send word to the house arrest that, for at least for the coming few days, lodging and food has been covered by Candlekeep for your generous contribution towards our library.
Oh, it was nothing, and most of them are, and she shivers a little bit, books of Abyssal and stuff. Ugh.
I agree. The knowledge, however, is invaluable.
Yes, I can see why it's needed, but let's just say this group has made some questionable choices in my eyes.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. Well, if you wish to, I can show you where your group is heading to find information about the Shadowfell.
She knows that they're going to Shadowfell, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes, that dreadful place. You're doing it, and the gnome will hear like, "I'm doing it for the child. I'm doing it for the child."
I agree. I have never been there myself, and I hope that it remains that way. It is a horrible place.
I can't say I haven't been there, but if I do come back, I will tell you all that has happened.
Oh, that would be very kind of you. I do value any kind of knowledge.
I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Lars.
That's a very lovely name.
Oh, thank you. It's really a lot longer, but people tend to not be able to pronounce my actual name.
Oh, I have heard some weird names. I cannot promise I can say your name.
Well, if you promise not to laugh...
I will not laugh.
Well, it's Larsamingivir.
That's a very lovely name.
Thank you.
And people shouldn't laugh. It is a really pretty name.
People tend to laugh because they think I'm trying to be a dragon or something.
Oh, I haven't met any dragons. Thank Lyra for that.
My great-grandparents were friends with a gold dragon, and that's where, after that, all our names turned pretty strange.
Oh, I mean, my name was basically given by my mother, so... And she was an elf. Is an elf.
Oh, I don't mean to keep you. Just wanted to, if you want, I can show you the area of the library where our books on the Shadowfell are kept.
Oh yes, that would be lovely.
Should we wait for your companions, or should I lead you there?
Are they on their way there?
You would have seen them passing if they had left the binders.
I would say with Bookworm to get the gem and then head to the secret room to start crafting everything I need.
I guess I can just head there. Most likely they would come after.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
I mean, Bookworm would hopefully set them in the right direction.
Oh, she will probably have them accompanied by another avowed such as myself. But yes, I will gladly take you.
Yes, please.
Oh, I do hope it wasn't too difficult. And he starts leading the way towards the tower that you were in before, but a completely different floor from where you were attacked by the books. I do hope the trip wasn't too hard.
You will see her take out her mace because she has been attacked by books before. So she's like, I will not harm any books. It's just that some books attack me. I will not.
Books can usually be repaired as long as you don't use fire.
I don't have any fire.
Oh, I'm very happy. Fire magic wouldn't work anyway, and any non-magic flames are instantly put out. So.
Oh, that is very handy.
Yes, it's one of the safeguards.
I should have made that for my father when he cooked.
I wish I could have that in my own kitchen. I'm just as bad as that sounds.
Yes, it is a reason why I was a little worried when I left.
Oh.
I'm kind of frightened that I won't be able to come back to a house.
Oh.
More to a rubble.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's not his fault. It's mostly that he gets people from the temple that he needs healing, and he forgets that he's cooking.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I normally get stuck here reading a book, and then I smell things that are burning, and
it's quite easy to forget. I mean, again, knowledge is very important.
Oh, this is true. Especially if I find something extremely interesting, and then I get that smell of burning food, and yeah.
A little advice: don't start reading books while you cook.
Oh, I've been told that.
It's hard.
I've been told that in the past, and yes, it's hard. I tend to let the cooks over at what's it called? The hearth feed me nowadays. It's less dangerous for everyone that way.
Yes, I can see that.
Here it is, and he leads you into a room that is nearly identical to the one where you were attacked by the mimic book.
She still has her mace and shield ready just in case. She's like, yep.
All of the books in this room are on the Shadowfell, one way or another. We do have a few about the less dangerous domains. I was also told that you were looking for a specific domain called Which Way. Unfortunately, we don't have any books on that here, but myself and some of my colleagues are going to go to our other stores of knowledge and find the information you need.
That is very much appreciated. And I shall not hold you up anymore. It was very lovely to speak with you. And does she see the others? Or is she first there?
Well, they would have passed you,
Okay.
leaving the binders, so you would be first in here.
Well, I shall take a quick look around. I mean, I'm not a sage like some of my party members, apparently. And she starts looking around if she sees any books that seems interesting, because she has no idea what to look for.
Yep. Absolutely. And here we have the room that you are currently occupying. Now, seeing that 2 rooms in the same tower are nearly identical, it would be safe to assume that all rooms in this tower look basically the same. They have basically the same layout.
I just have a black screen. Oh, there.
Aw.
Thank you, God.
Yeah,
It's back. It's back. So she has no idea what she's looking for, is she?
Depends on like what she already knows about the domains of Dread and the Shadowfell.
There was a library at her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe a little bit.
Give me a religion check.
Religion.
You should be proficient in that.
I am.
Yeah, with an 18, you know that the Shadowfell is a place created by the goddess Shar, and it is ruled by the Raven Queen. With an 18, you also know that the Shadowfell is a reflection of the material plane, but dark and dreary and depressing, and anyone who travels through it will start feeling effects, negative effects of melancholy or depression, sadness, and being listless. There's also rumors, with an 18 you would also know that there are rumors that anytime someone travels not into the domains of Dread themselves, but directly to the Shadowfell, creatures manifest in the material plane.
She does not like this at all.
No.
I want to say something, but I won't.
But with an 18, you also know that if you travel through the mists into the domains themselves, it's less. You don't have any rumors of these creatures manifesting if you travel through the mists, but only if you travel directly to the Shadowfell.
Yeah, we're not gonna summon a circle, are we? So she will just take a book that looks pretty and sit down and wait for the others.
Yep. Do the others want to do anything on the way over?
Well, I split up from them,
Yeah.
so technically I'm out of there, so here I'm
Yeah.
distant
So-
apart.
And as you have made your way over to the room where you met Matrius, the room has been cleaned up. Everything that was broken has been repaired, but you still see the doors in the wall, like the double doors in the wall. They're currently shut, and you need the password to pass through.
Well, I know the password that is set there.
Yeah.
So I speak it and go through.
Yeah. The doors open for you, and just as before, they slam shut behind you.
I wouldn't get ever used to that shutting. I say as I technically walk, like go to the kitchen to like say, hey, I'm back. I tell them that
Oh, welcome. Do you want anything? We can prepare food for you.
that would be nice, and I will stay for a time to technically fix some damages and also craft some of my tools here.
Oh,
if that's
very nice.
okay.
Oh, you absolutely don't have to, but it's very nice of you to offer. And what damages?
Yeah, the upper room, there's the roof that, let's just say, I was too heavy for the crawling
Oh.
space.
Well, we'll bring some food up for you.
Alright, and I technically,
Yep.
start technically by getting into my subclass, to be honest, like crafting my main weapon, to be honest, at this point.
Absolutely.
Also,
yeah.
just a quick
Yeah.
question. Any books on the Shadowfell would I found there?
No.
No. Okay.
No, Fistandia has had seemingly no interest in the Shadowfell itself. Most of the books are on extra-dimensional spaces, not so much extra-planar.
Yeah, I would read some of those to maybe be able to create my own pocket dimension, to be honest. Like, why the fuck not? So yeah, next to doing everything I need to do.
Yep. Sai and Silas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you make your way directly to the tower, or are you taking any side tracks?
Well, I thought that Bookworm says you need at least a day or two to prepare everything.
Yes.
Then again, this is Sai, so you will go meet the library.
Yeah. So the
Silas doesn't really have anything to do, so
yeah,
he'll also go there.
So the public section where they led Alexia has some information on the Shadowfell, but the information on specific domains and silvered weapons is what they're going to be preparing. So they need about a day to find all that information and compile it for you. Meanwhile, the room that Alexia is in right now has a lot of information on the Shadowfell itself, but not specific domains.
General information is fine.
Yeah. So yeah, why is it doing the ruler thing? I have no idea, but okay, fine.
Also, just another quick question. I had a frozen book that probably by now unfroze.
Yes.
What is that book about?
Where did you pick it up?
It was in the secret room. Upstairs where Alexia almost got knocked out.
Yes.
I have never been knocked out.
Almost. You were at 2 HP, I think.
It was because I had the wrong armor.
Yes.
So, the book you picked up in that secret room, the frozen one, was on how to create pockets within like a mansion like this.
Ooh.
And it's odd. It doesn't really flow with this making sense kind of type. And considering that you were hit by it a couple of times.
No, I wasn't. Actually,
Well,
I wasn't.
No, you froze it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like the pseudo sentience of the book has messed up some of the writing. It's more like someone's scrambled thoughts than actual proper writing.
Could I like decrypt it or find out a way to like?
Give me an investigation check.
Please, please, please. Holy shit!
That's a 5.
Yeah.
Not one. Yeah. No, fuck me.
Right now, it looks like someone has just taken a quill and wrote down whatever thoughts they had in their mind at the time.
Well, I will come back to you. And I just put it away.
And yeah. Now let's see. I'm going to unhide you guys on this map. I thought. Hello. Reload.
I just wanted to get that book out of my mind because I was
Yeah.
like had it for so long with me.
Yeah, it seems to have been talking about making like pocket dimension within pocket dimensions. But again, it looks like some person with alcohol poisoning was writing down their thoughts. But yeah, Sai and Silas, you find yourselves in... Why is it still doing the measurement thing? I don't know. That looks remarkably similar to the room where Sai was nearly killed by a mimic book. And...
I will have a backup pad in case.
And you find Alexia in there already rifling through one of the books.
Alexia, dear, have you found anything?
Oh, has she found anything?
Give me a wisdom check.
Oh shit. Good thing it's not me.
17.
Yeah.
Oh shit, nice.
It's wisdom. She's a cleric. She's supposed to have wisdom.
Yeah. Giving the book a closer look, you realize that the book you found is basically on some of the more outlandish myths regarding the Raven Queen.
I'm just reading about the Raven Queen, apparently.
Oh, how interesting.
Some of it sounds ominous. It's the right word, I would say.
Well, yes, it is very much possible. You see, the story said something about her being a mage for reaching godhood. However, the way she did that is a bit different, depending on which story you read. Some of them are quite awesome.
We are going through the mist, right?
We're going somewhere. We're going to the Shadowfell, I guess.
Mhm.
Whether we're going through the mist or somewhere else, I don't know.
I do not want to summon up more creatures.
What do you mean
I
summon
doubt
creatures?
any of us actually have the magical capabilities to summon our way into the Shadowfell.
Hopefully not.
Well, I do know that your people generally not specialize in such magics,
No, heavens not.
and we have not a wizard among us.
No.
Yeah, I'm not really into that kind of magic thing either, so...
Can you even manipulate?
I can actually cast 2 spells, mind you. No, I can't. Can I?
You I have.
That's the wrong
Where did you
subclass.
get magic from?
No, I have the wrong subclass. Never mind.
It's
No.
not even if you could.
I can't cast spells, although apparently it feels like my axe is doing a bit of, I don't know, maybe holy damage? I don't know.
Fate is a
it
power
feels like,
of its own.
feels
You
like
see,
this
this is a
light comes from my axe when I hit
interesting
something.
subject of study. They say clerics have not in need of a god to cast their magic. It is in fact their fate to which they cast it. Their
So
god
if
does
I-
actually
if I
not
believe
actually doesn't do
enough-
anything for them.
So if I believe enough, I will be able to cast a spell?
Theoretically, that is how it is theorized.
Now I just need to figure out what I want to cast, and then I need to believe in it really hard.
Alexia will just shake her head and continue reading at this point.
Is that how it works, Lexia?
No, it is not.
That is
How-
why it's just a theory. It has not been confirmed yet.
How does it work?
Though they say that that one could just pick up a rock from the side of the road, believe that rock to be almighty, and that they would share its power with them, and they would be the same as a cleric.
Let me put it this way. Have you ever cast magic before?
Nope.
For me, no, I am
when I hit
incapable of
those-
manipulating.
When I hit those knolls, it felt like this, I don't know, this kind of spark when I hit them that I
Wow.
haven't seen before.
Well, that's good. That means maybe Lyra has given you something good.
How do I know though? She hasn't said anything.
Again, a goddess or gods do not speak all the time.
But so you're saying I'm technically casting spells through my axe?
I mean, I've seen other things.
Yes, Sai. I can cast magic through my axe.
I love it.
Well,
I
it
don't
is
see
not-
Énárz with you.
Hmm?
Is Énárz coming, or did you lose him?
I don't know. We went somewhere else, I think. I don't know. Maybe had some business to do. I don't know. Maybe he needed to go to take a shit or something.
A big fat Goliath shit.
I mean, it's big as a mountain. I bet it's gonna be a mountain of a shit as well.
I'm not sure, but... And she looks at both of them. I feel... Oh, just forget it, then she continues reading.
Well, yes, reading is very much important. Let us continue finding more information about the Shadowfell. Let me refresh my own memory.
I will help too, even though I'm not the best at figuring out what to read.
Investigation, correct?
Yes.
I've not been rolling well. So let me get... Let's say 20, I think.
Yep.
I got a
Okay.
6. I'm not finding any good things.
Oh fuck, I have suddenly recovery. I did not know that. Can recover die.
Through your combined efforts, cycle. But this group, that would take an entire session to free that wizard.
Yeah, good thing I didn't make a wizard.
I was perhaps planning that if Sai were to die, considering group composition, I perhaps might roll a wizard.
Yeah, with your combined efforts, Silas basically pulling books out at random, with no real regard for what he's looking for, and Sai just meticulously going through with a 20, with a dirty 20.
Oh, Silas, please be more careful with the books.
I'm careful with the book. I'm just picking a random book because I don't know what I'm looking for.
Information about the Shadowfell.
Which is
Yeah, and
all
everything in
books.
here is about Shadowfell, so it doesn't really matter what book I pick, does it? As long as it doesn't attack me, I'm fine.
Well,
Who
Lars
said-
told me none of these books are aggressive.
I'll
Indeed.
trust it
The
when
Monster
I
Book
see
of
it.
Monsters and the Cursed books are mostly behind locking.
I mean,
Yes.
one of their literal, like, scientists or whatever died.
That has nothing to do with the books. That was the fault of either.
It was the M.
Are you talking about Matthias?
Well, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Well, sure, it was the imp, but still.
Has nothing to do with the books whatsoever.
Do you think we can go back? I mean, I did promise to play with the fairy dragons again.
I
Oh
don't know.
yes, I do believe that.
I do not know if we are allowed. I mean, it's an office of a...
Well, he is dead, so
Yes.
not misuse for his office after all.
Well,
Yes, but
technically,
it's kind
it
of-
wasn't his office. It was the lady thing that has created the office thing. And didn't something say that they need to be alive for it to still be there? So if they die, it will disappear.
It was me.
Yes.
Because I found homunculi papers and I read while we were eating that the homunculi disappear if the owner dies.
That.
It's also the dimension will disappear if the owner dies.
Oh shit, wait. What if the owner dies while I'm there?
I am actually not sure. Most of the time, if such things happen, then everything inside is shunted outside or into the Astral Sea. One of the two.
Oh, great.
You'll survive.
Yeah,
Put some luck.
Well,
I mean-
I mean, I've been on Astral Sea for quite a bit, so you know.
I don't don't know if I'm much help here. I would actually rather go back to the room and actually read up on what I did come for. I am quite worried for my hometown, who is struck by a plague.
But where is that plague, though? Maybe it's in that area. Who knows? Where is this mist, anyway? Do we know anything about this mist? Where it is? How to get there? Anyone? No?
Do we
I'm
know
sorry,
where
what
the
did
mist
you
is?
Yeah, I'm
I was
asking
too
you.
occupied with this.
Like, does anyone of you guys know where this mist is? Maybe we should look. Maybe the plague is in that area. Who knows?
I have not heard of a location abound where one could walk into the Shadowfell.
Does Haluti know?
I don't speak
Well,
Raven.
yes, the Raven Girl. Let me prepare my mind. Give me one more, please.
Oh yes, of course.
I will also use my psionic power recovery to get a side-eye back.
Nice.
It's a short rest, that's fine. Then I shall use a side-eye for psionic whispers. I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
Something like that. So, where is the ability itself?
Oh.
I think it's just actually a die. For 2 hours, both Alexia and myself can talk with the Raven.
Let me grab her and plop her down there. There you go. Well, to get to the mists, you just have to find the carts.
And where might we find such cards? Sorry.
Well, when I went there, they were on the road.
Which
Which
road?
road?
The which
Oh.
roads?
Well, I found a group of them just outside the big city where we just were. So maybe somewhere along the road.
Do we have to go back?
Back to Baldur's Gate, I suppose. Though perhaps the Avowed might know of a place or way where we might be able.
Yeah, we
It
might
could
get
be
some
in knowledge.
information tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I also need some information on silvered weapons in case we end up fighting vampires, because I'd rather not be unable to hurt them.
Why do you need?
There's
Does Alexia knows anything about silver weapons at all?
Are you still afraid of the vampires? We are not going to Ravenloft, so you
I'm
should
not
be-
afraid of vampires. I just hate not being able to hurt things.
We're fighting
That is-
vampires now?
We are not.
Hopefully not.
Oh,
Bookworm told him about Ravenloft, from which I've read a little about Von Richter's.
and that's why you want silver weapon.
Yes. However,
All you need is
My
holy
own
water.
knife.
You'll be fine.
my knives will work perfectly fine, and this axe, while perhaps not as effective as normal, should be fine as well.
You have holy water.
Holy
quite
water,
That's quite
Yes.
effective.
quite indeed, yes.
Can I dip my weapon in holy water and make it a holy weapon?
for one attack, sure. It would work just like a poison. You apply a poison and then for one turn you can... Or
Yeah,
you can
but
just
for-
throw the bottle at the whatever.
That would
wait,
be
wait.
more effective, to be
What
honest.
about...
But yeah, silver weapons.
Why don't we have a play-by meme in Candlekeep?
That's a good question. I need to add that channel. Give me
I'll
a...
just post it in 8 points instead.
Or
Uh,
are they vulnerable against meteorite weapons?
No.
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 No, they are not.
No.
However, my own psionic knives will work perfectly against them. Vampires do not have psychic resistance.
No, they don't. However, yeah, Sai would know that they can still recover from it.
Oh, they can definitely recover from it. But in the time it takes them to recover, we can be gone.
True.
Emotional damage.
And that's all that matters.
Emotional damage.
But yes, now I lost the train of thought. Did you ask about silver weapons or vampires, Alexia? Silver.
I mean, she knows that vampires are bad.
Yes. But yeah, as for silvered weapons, give me a history check. My neck just made a crunch. I'm not sure that was a good thing.
Big
What's
crunch is always
11?
Yesterday I sneezed so hard that my ribs were hurting. So yeah, it's
Oh,
not
I
a
know
good
that.
sign.
With an 11, it's... You know they work against lycanthropes. You've heard some stories, but you can't really remember of other people using silvered weapons, but you know they work against lycanthropes.
I mean, I've seen them, but I can't say I know how to make one or where to get it.
Yeah, that's why I asked Bookworm if they could send someone to figure out that for me. And how much it would cost.
Oh, it's very expensive. One of the travelers who went to the temple after a very nasty scratch by one of the big dogs things, lycanthropes.
You mean the gnolls or the werewolves?
Oh no, it was actually a lycanthrope. He was attacked. He was one of the so-called hunters. There were more, but he was the only one who actually returned.
Mm.
And we healed him, of course. And he was very proud of his weapons. He even brought back the ones who didn't make it, sadly.
Oh. If I figure out how to make it. Oh, yes. Make sure it's silvered. Unless someone could make it magical. Magical would be best, I think. But
Well, I
mean-
never had anything, such a thing, so...
me neither. I mean, it is space rock
Or
material. I'm not sure
I
if
mean-
that's magical, but I don't think so.
I mean, I do have a magical item, but it's not useful for you?
Yeah, probably not.
But I will be going back. I'm hungry, tired, and I do still have some reading to do on the plague.
I'm sorry?
I need to read up on the plague. That is
A
quite
plague?
close. Yes, it's quite close to my hometown.
No, where? Oh! I heard Bookworm talk about the plague with some men out when just entered Candlekeep.
Where is your hometown anyway?
I have no clue. I was not asked to actually name a hometown, so I have no clue what it is.
We can return to that next session, so you have some time to think.
I need a map of Candle. I need a map of the Horshit.
Oh, I can help you with a map of the Sword Coast, but that's about it.
Yes. That would be quite helpful.
So let me give you that.
Yeah, maybe I should look that up as well for my hometown.
So I'm going to put this one in the resources channel. So
I'm
yeah,
the only one who is fully prepared.
It depends. But yeah, this is a map I found of the Sword Coast. All the way from Icewind Dale, all the way down to the mountains.
We can discuss this, Ardana.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can get back to that. I also found approximately where Baldur's Gate 3 takes place. So,
Oh.
Nice.
Ow!
Nice.
Because they were talking about the Cloakwood and the river and being between Baldur's Gate and Elturel. Actually, it's part of a quest that you kind of have to look for, where they talk about the Cloakwood.
But yeah, I mean, if you need help with finding about the plague.
Plague.
The plague.
The Kriegong.
I gladly help. But,
but
we kind of need
do...
to read about this as well.
Yeah, and you do have the astral books you need to read yourself. And Sai, who needs to read
my things can wait. Like
I always.
I'm not gonna find my mother in like 2 days or anything like that. I don't even know how far it is to any of these places I already read about. And one of them seems like almost impossible to get to unless you've been there. So...
Lars did leave, right?
Yeah.
Lars is still there. Oh.
No, he left.
I wasn't there at all.
No.
I was going to.
Whoa, Lillith froze?
You froze.
I wanted to know where freaking Énárz went.
Yeah, so the gnome is named Lars, and she was going to ask the gnome where Énárz went.
Wow. So heading back to my room.
Yes. Sorry. On your way back.
What do I read in my book, by the way?
Roll me a d4.
It's a child's book. Pictures.
Oh, 4.
Let me see. So a 4. You actually by accident managed to pick up a book that talks about the creation of the Nagpas, which were elven wizards that betrayed the Raven Queen in the creation of the Raven Queen's. Well, she tried to make a way through the Feywilds to invade the elven home plane. And she was betrayed by wizards. And then in her rage, she turned those wizards into vulture-like creatures that now travel the world banished from the Shadowfell, but still afflicted by the effects of the Shadowfell.
And also called Nagpas.
Nagpas, yes. Let me spell that out.
Nagpa.
Nagpas.
Grandpa.
Nagpas. So basically grandpas that are nagging a lot.
Yes, basically. They look like if someone took an old robe and stuffed a molting vulture inside of it.
Cool.
So before Alexia leaves, she will ask Haluti if she wants to stay with Sai or sleep in her room.
Food?
Oh yes, I do. We are going to get food.
Sai food?
Why, of course. A hungry mind is a distracting mind.
No. Do you want food?
Yeah.
Well, mother always did say I had to eat a bit more. Always got distracted as a child, you see. So yes, I suppose it is time for some food.
Then yes. Let's
Are
go
you coming,
eat.
Silas?
Coming where? Where are you going? Where are we going?
we're going to get some food before
Yes.
we rest up.
Yes, I want food. I want so much food right now. And I need some ale. Or wine. Oh god, wine. Yes.
Telute takes off flying, and you can hear in your head a baby, basically a child's chanting of food, 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 food.
That's adorable.
She is a child. She was a child when she died, so
Yes.
she's like food, food.
Well, it's kind of sweet to see, isn't it, Sai? You're kind of like a fatherly figure.
Well, I'll be. It seems I have proved my mother wrong.
And she starts walking.
As you reach, yep, sorry.
Silas just follows.
As you reach the hearth, you find it packed with people. It seems like everyone who were on the bridge earlier have managed to find their way into the hearth. And I need to find the map of the hearth. Where are you? There you are. I'm not going to put every token on the hearth, because that is going to break my computer.
Yeah, I think a lot of people at this point.
Yes. But yeah, there are a lot of people.
And I'm not there. Whee!
No.
Every person resembles like 10 people.
Yeah, basically. Let's throw some people in there, and I'm gonna...
I remove my... Who's moving me to the table? I'm not supposed to be there.
I thought I hit that token.
Nope.
Why can't I?
There you go.
Who's moving me? Stop it!
I'm trying to move my token, but it's
I'm not
getting
even
pulled in
seeing
the
the
other
map.
direction.
Above VTT is having a tantrum again.
Ah, there we go.
I am just
I
gonna
didn't see the map.
And Lillith is outside. Oh, she's on a tree. The corner
This is
scoring.
like the saddest thing ever. I'm trying to drag her and she's just keep going upwards.
Alexia became a bird now. She's
Hey, there we go.
walking
I can drag it.
with
Oh, I'm
with
back.
the crow girl. Oh god, that was good.
Are they in the tables that aren't occupied?
Straight to the bar.
Give me a quick perception check.
Good thing I got there.
Perception?
Yes.
14?
You managed to find a table almost at the center. So this one. That seems to have... while a lot of the chairs are missing, there are still spots. Like, you can see that some people have been pilfering chairs from this particular table because no one has been sitting there.
But there are 3 chairs?
Yeah.
So she will occupy that table. Are you coming, Sai?
Oh, I'm not being able to see the map. It's weird.
Did you try and
Took me
refresh?
1 moment. Yes, I'm busy, but it's taking ages. Then it's dark, and then it's light, and then it's dark again. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, I think but not above ETT is having a fit.
Yeah.
Is there something you want, Sai? Or do you want to go to the bar?
Silas is already ordering it.
Oh, he's ordering for all?
But I would assume so.
Okay.
Silas walks over to the bar and just says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Oh, we're very busy.
I can see that.
How can I
Something
tell?
going on?
Well, as far as I know, it's just people coming from all over the place. I think it's with the increase in attacks and such. People just want knowledge, or they realize that I shouldn't be saying this, but our security is very, very good.
True.
But it could also be for the festival.
It's a festival?
Well, there's a festival outside our doors in just a couple of weeks. Well, a couple of days actually, now that I think of it. In about half a 10 day.
So 5 days.
Yes, that would make more sense, yes. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit overworked.
Yeah, so we were told food and drinks and all that stuff and lodging would be on the house.
Oh yeah, you were the guys who brought all the books. Yeah, of course. Bookworm were well, not Bookworm, but one of her underlings were in here earlier and was actually nagging me about it to make sure I remembered. You're that half elf dude.
Technically, I'm half orc, half elf.
Yeah, but I've never seen one of them orcs actually with elven features before, so...
No, that they... Technically, both sides hate me for it, so, you know...
Yeah.
I got the best portion on both sides and the worst parts. You just pick.
I mean... No, I don't swing that way, but you know... Looks-wise, I would agree.
Yeah, that's a nice compliment, to be honest.
But how can I help you? What do you want to drink? What do you want to eat?
I want a shit ton of food. A lot of meat. Bacon. Lots of bacon.
I can do that, definitely.
Probably some, if you have some roots or veggies. I don't know what the others' preferences are. But a lot of food for everyone. Extra much for me. And then also some drinks. I would like 2 pints of ale, 2 pints of beer, and I would like, let's say, 1 full bottle of wine as well.
Just for you?
Yeah, that's for me.
You're gonna be dead drunk.
You sure you can handle that? Because I'm not carrying you out.
Just let me lay on the floor or something if I pass out. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Sure. And for your friends.
You guys want anything in particular? I yell over to them.
Can we hear them? With all the people?
I yell pretty loud.
Yeah, Sai would definitely hear him with that perception, even though it's a bit muted.
Well, yes, Silas. Some food, and some raw meats, and perhaps some nuts for the Raven Girl.
Some nuts as well. Warm meat, nuts, yeah.
Some drinks while you're at it.
What do you want to drink?
Some wine would be fine.
Oh yes, wine.
And some water for the Raven Girl. Ravens himself, and the wine properly.
Oh no, we are not giving alcohol to a child.
Okay, so
She is
make
older
that
than
2
Raven.
bottles of wine. Then total.
I will have someone bring out your food when it's ready. Give me a moment, and he grabs a smaller bowl, and
Also, could I get like a big, like a casket of water as well?
Sure. He grabs a little bit bigger bowl, fills it with water, and then he grabs a smaller one and just dumps cut meats in it that you would assume probably we're supposed to go on a skewer of some sort. And just, well, here you go. I'm assuming it's for the bird.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Nice.
I'll just grab it all and bring it to the table.
I'll come out with your food in a moment.
All right, thank you. So, I'm gonna get drunk tonight, just so you know. But I've made sure you got food and drinks. It's coming soon. And here's some meat for the birdie.
She has a name.
What's her name?
Haluti.
Oh, right. Haluti. Sure. Here, Haluti, here you go some food.
She tilts her head and looks at you with those black beady eyes and blinks a few times before efficiently skewering a piece of meat with the lower part of her beak before just tilting her head back and tossing it down her gullet. And just,
Hungry.
and then just goes to town on it. one talon on it and just
I am
That sounds
quite
like
worried.
Yeah, you go.
I am quite worried for Énárz. I haven't seen him.
You'll be fine. Probably taking a real big dump somewhere. I mean, we've been walking for days. Can you imagine the pile of shit that he's been building up?
I do not.
Have you seen him
No,
go do his
no.
business even once during this journey?
No, I haven't been looking for it.
No, that's what I thought.
So I just thought it was for.
Also, sorry, Haluti, for forgetting your name. If you understand me, I haven't had the pleasure to talk to a bird. These two have, though. It's harder for me to connect a name to someone I have never talked to.
Oh well, we can quite easily solve that. I will.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't waste it.
No,
on
don't
me.
mind. I will recast my psychic whispers, and then linking the Raven Girl and Silas. 3 hours this time,
Oh,
which means that Alexia loses the ability to speak with
That's
Raven.
fine.
I just basically stare at the bird, start talking. Like, so, you liking the food? Tasty? Good?
It is pretty good. It took a while to get used to eating raw meat, but it's not like well, I know what it tastes like, and the bird thinks it's really good. So I think it's really good because we share a mind that way.
Yeah. Raw meat is probably really good for animals. So, yeah.
I mean, I've had raw fish before, and I liked some of it, but
Ooh, sushi.
Raw
but
fish is good. That works always.
yes, and then brined fish, and also fish in vinegar. And then you had the
Yeah.
ones where you preserve it in salt and sugar. Kind of strange, but it sometimes works. But eating it completely raw meat like this, it was strange at first, but it doesn't taste bad. I mean, my bird friend doesn't think it tastes bad, so and I am in this body, so I don't think it tastes bad either.
So how does that work anyway? You're a child in a bird, right?
Yes.
So do you have any control of the bird? Or does the bird control itself all the time? You're just in it and tagging along?
I'm not really sure. Well, his mind is still here, and we know what each other want. But he's getting old too. Not this body though, but his mind is getting old. I think that's my fault.
Do you sometimes argue like, I want to go left and he want to go right, or is it? And do you like just go straight in that moment?
Yeah. That can happen. There has been more than one window.
I wouldn't recommend flying into windows as a bird.
No, it hurt. Luckily, we didn't go very. One of the good things about arguing like that is that we get very slow, and just basically bonk and not crash.
Yeah. Don't break your neck.
No, I can imagine that being very painful.
Not so painful. More like you will instantly die. So try not to.
Yeah, I would hate losing my friend like that. I'm not sure I would actually die, because I'm already dead.
I had no clue how that works.
But I would hate to see my friend die. That would be horrible.
Yeah. Well, just keep your bird friend in check so he doesn't fly into windows, and you should be fine with us.
Yeah, normally he lets me control things. It's just that when he thinks it's too dangerous or he's being lazy or things like that. Like with the big bad dog things, he really wanted to fly very far away.
Yeah. You don't really have to worry. Lexia will keep you safe. And I'll just protect everyone that stands behind me.
Well, I fly. I'm usually not on the ground.
Yeah, well, you can just either hide in a tree or do as Alexia did earlier, hide in a backpack or something.
That was a new thing, really. It was kind of funny, and then it wasn't, and then it was cramped, and then it was light again, and my feathers were just everywhere.
That tends to happen when you're wrapped inside a tight space.
Yeah, it really ruffled me.
With my feathers.
But it was fine. I'd rather be in a bag like that than having to be near those big, ugly, mean dog things.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll deal with anything that comes our way.
Can you deal with the bad people? That's what you're going to do, right? Deal with the bad people in my home.
I think so. I actually don't know anything because I only know what Sai and Alexia told me, and they basically told me bare minimum. We're apparently going to your home. Whatever that means, I don't know. But if we get to fight bad people, then sure, I'm game.
Yes. There are a lot of bad people there, and you should be very careful because they're big and bad and mean, and it's not safe. And
But what kind of bad people are there? Like, is it vampires?
no, I hope not. Vampires are scary.
Is it Jackalware?
No. I had some raven friends living there. They were sort of ravens, but also sort of not. The last time I was there were ravens living there, but also not ravens. But they were kind of ravens.
Sounds like werewolves to me.
What's a raven?
It's a humanoid that becomes a raven.
Am I a raven?
No, it's different matter.
Okay. Well,
Were there any Nagpas?
I'm sorry?
Nagpas?
no, I don't think so.
Alright, cool. I don't know what they are really. I just read about them just a few minutes ago. So
Huh.
apparently they are creatures that are from there, so
Well, that's possible. Like, there's a lot of things that live in the mists and outside the mists, and the people with the carts, they really don't want to talk about some things.
Yeah. Well, whatever the problem is, we'll probably fix it. We'll try.
That's very nice of you. I like that. But the bad people came, and then my parents weren't there anymore, and my sister vanished, and our dog vanished.
Do you remember how many they were?
Oh, not really. There were. I couldn't count that high.
How many feathers would it be?
Well, when I was a princess, it would take more than both my hands.
Okay.
Nice. So we can look forward to a great.
How many hands would you say that was?
More than 3, but less than 4.
More than 3 hands, but less than 4 hands. That's very good.
So between 11 and 14 or 15.
Between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
15. Yeah.
Some of them were wearing really strange cloaks, and some of them were, they looked like people, but they just made sounds like grrr, grrr.
Undead.
Undead.
Another.
Oh,
No, but you're absolutely right. That sounds like a dead.
that sounds.
Actually, could be soulless.
Or zombie.
Soulless.
Alexia just looks very confused since no one is saying anything.
Oh, but you know the ability that Sai has to.
Yeah, but she has no idea why the raven is like looking at its feathers and she's like, what are they talking about?
So I'm assuming that Sai is just doing
Yeah, I'm doing a
normal
lot
things
of
to
gestures.
the hand as if he's talking, but
Yeah.
telepathically. Like
So-
You know,
full
doing
on
like all these
telepathic
all
conversation.
these facial like articulations and stuff like. I don't know. All the different things.
So Alexia will just see if there anything interesting said in the tavern. Alexia will just try to listen into conversations like, is there anything interesting happening?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check. You can clearly hear, but no, wait. Roll me a d6.
Goddamn.
Well, yeah, that's good enough to hear most things happening around your table. But yeah, roll me a d6, please.
Six.
Nice. So just across from where you're sitting, Alexia, let me bring that up. So at this table, you pick up a conversation that seems to be talking about the upcoming festival. It doesn't seem to be like a official one, but it's big, and a lot of people are gathering to celebrate out in the fields just east of Candlekeep. And preparations started just a couple of days ago. No one really knows who is arranging this or why, but everyone seems to be very excited. Just behind you, you hear someone whispering about a strange kind of sickness that is spreading up along the coast, where it seems like people become obsessed with mushrooms and fungus. And there's even like a rumor that people have turned into giant walking mushrooms that play weird songs.
Does she connect it with the things they met, the myconide?
It sounds very similar.
And there were also mushrooms on the knolls, right?
Yes.
So she will look a little bit distressed. She has like mixed feelings, like, yay, festival! And then like, oh shit, mushrooms!
Well, you know, festivals and mushrooms usually go hand in hand.
Depends on the festival and where you're at.
Twitch, we're talking about barbecue skewers. I promise.
Yes, we are talking about cooked mushrooms, duh.
Yeah, of course.
Mushroom stew.
Oh wow, yes. Okay, a stew made of mushrooms in a magical setting. Sure thing. Whoa!
It could happen.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a trip of, if anything. But yeah. Around the fire, you hear two elderly gentlemen discussing weird stuff happening up over by Baldur's Gate. It's basically a confirmation of what you've been hearing, and they are sort of bickering back and forth because the one on the right has heard, like you've heard, that Zariel herself is in Baldur's Gate, and the other one is basically going, of course she isn't. This whole region would be covered in fire if she was. And they're just arguing back and forth, bickering. Near where Silas is sitting, a group of gnomes seem to be talking about some weird things happening up closer to Icewind Dale. And one of them is like, why should we care? It's so far from here. It's not relevant at all. And the other one, wearing avowed clothing, is like, what? You know, we should at least investigate it.
So she will look at the rest of the group like,
I think I had enough for today. So I bid you both good night.
And she will just, I guess, it's a raven, right? It's kind of messy.
Yeah.
So she will just take her last handkerchief, just be throwing them around, and just like clean up the beak a little bit before she leaves.
As this is happening in the hearth, cumin and coriander have delivered food to you, Énárz.
Oh, I thank them gratefully. As like after I fix the roof.
Yeah.
First bit, and after that I eat, I just like examine my papers, like I have some room papers with room stuff on them, and ask them if they are hungry to share the food. Like,
Oh no, it's fine. We have our own stuff that prepared already. We made food for ourselves, as well as for you. So it's no worries at all. Just let us know when you're done, and we'll come pick up your plates and stuff.
I thank them, and when I finish, I just bring it to them. Like I have more respect than just other people.
Oh, you absolutely didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, though. We're just happy to have someone to just take care of for a while.
Oh, I am grateful for your service, to be honest. And like, even if we leave, I sure will come back, because why not? It's a pleasant place, and maybe I will meet your master too. Maybe can have a talk. Hopefully she won't blow my head off.
Although, Fistandia, Mistress Fistandia is very, very nice. And if she ever comes back, we'll let her know that you've been here, so she doesn't get surprised.
That would be nice, because the last thing I want to surprise her, and let's just say get a face full of spells.
Oh, no. Oh, well, she is very powerful. So yeah, that's probably a good thing to be concerned about. Yes. If you want, you could always use the bedroom upstairs. We change the sheets every day, so it should be fine.
Yes, I will, and also I will be downstairs, or no, upstairs, I think, where is more of a work table place and like work on my stuff. Also, can you let me know the time of the day so I don't lose track, if you can tell?
Oh,
Please take care.
Time of day is a bit difficult, but yeah. Sorry, we don't really know the time of day in here. It should time should be the same, sort of. So maybe just poke your head out the door from time to time.
Yes, that would be the best. Thank you again for your service and.
Oh, absolutely no worries. No, none at all. We like to help. Yeah. And. But yeah. If Fistandia or her friend comes back, we can't promise that you can stay here. But as long as she's not back, yeah.
Of course, I understand. And as I go back upstairs to work, I give them a bow, like as a good of a bow Goliath that never bowed too much before camp.
Yeah. Do let us know if you need anything.
Sure thing.
And with that, we are going to be ending this session.